This
Okay,
Okay.
conference will now be recorded.
maybe some issue. Let me quickly share. So stop share and reshare it. Is it visible now?
No, still not.
Not yet.
Not yet. Uh, seems like some issue.
Yeah, we can see it right now. It's Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, yeah, right. That is intended to say. Yep. Uh, yeah, as we know, like we are going to discuss about Power BI, but before that, we should know and we should clear about your mind, like why we need a Power BI and what are the like feature and what we are going to do with Power BI. Since all of you like are very experienced people and you know like the essence or the requirement of the reporting and how critical it is the report for business growth and business visibilities. So that's why like we are looking for Power BI. Just I want to give one simple example. Maybe you can relate. Let's say assume I have a stores, different stores across India. Let's assume we have a geo stores are there like different city are there my stores are operating in different cities across India or across globe and different cities one cities has also multiple stores are there. Okay, so that scenario, so what we are going uh, we have, let's say assume we have here many stores are there and data is there in store 1, store 2, store 3 across all the store. Okay, store 1, let's say store 2, I have data in store 3 and I have data in store 4. Okay, and as a business owner or a organization owner, I want to understand which the products are working good, which are the stores are giving me profit, which are the employee are giving me best output, which are the products are not working, like so many kinds of things or so many statistical information I want. So it is not easy like as a owner or as a director or as a stakeholder of a company to get it inside of the each and individual store and go there and get the or deal with the managers and get the information. So it is not easy. So that is why we have a powerful technology, visualized technology as well as analytical technology which is there, which helps us not only to get the summary of the stores in detail, also to represent the visualizations in a better way so that like we can get the output out of that. Okay, so we can summarize, like we can see in a not sell, we can figure out like which stores are working fine, which stores has a maximum sale, which stores is working good this year, not previous year, and so on. Also even we can forecast about that. So with this, like how we are doing that, simply we know like in our Power BI or any of the uh, uh, reporting tool will support for that. Okay, so we'll come to Power BI that, but previous to that, like what is happening, we have different sources. So our different stores are here in our case, like all these stores are connected with our databases, right, isn't it? So what is there, we have a data warehouse or sometimes it's called EW. Okay, enterprise data warehouse is there. So again, like further we'll go there, we have many kind of layers in a data house. I am not going that detail as of now, but all these sources or all these stores are connected with my data house. These are feeding the data, okay, or data we are getting it from here, all different stores or sources in our case, and we are getting all this data in our common place or data warehouse place. And once like whenever we are going for any reporting solution, what we are doing, we are maintaining the data into a common format. Once the data is present here in common format, then we are representing the different kind of reports. Okay, so this is the basic purpose of why we need reporting. Okay, it is a collaborative thing which is helps us to take a decisions and identify the business gap or the business meaning out of this. Okay, so that is why like different report or different analysis can be created and represent. Okay, analysis can be created. So how analysis can be created? Report directly can be involved, or also sometime from EDW directly analytical reports or analysis can be done. So this is a overview about what exactly report is doing here. So assume that if all these stores here I have shown four, but maybe I may have more than four. I may have 100 of stores here, and maybe the stores are in different technologies. Here, let's say assume that here my uh, store one is running in Oracle database. Okay, it may happen that my store two is running in SQL Server. Okay, it may happen my store three is running on SAP. And here let's say assume that here let's say it's running on Teradata. So it could be possible different technologies are used in my sources, isn't it? So in that case, so the generation of the report or the report which we are going to generate here are very difficult because the data structure, the date handling in Oracle may be different in SQL Server, may be different in SAP. Maybe my stores in the source are present in different location, the timestamps, the currencies, all may be different or vary from source to source. So in that case, the reporting or the analysis out of that sources may be very difficult. That's why there is a very challenging scenario to do any sort of analysis. And to overcome all this scenario, we have a complete package which is provided by Microsoft itself. It's called Microsoft Power BI. Okay, Microsoft Power BI is nothing but it is a combination of components. Okay, what is combination of components? We are going to discuss. Microsoft Power BI provides first of all four major components. The very first component it is for ETL purpose. Why need ETL purpose? Maybe data is not clean here. Okay, so we need to collect the data from all different sources. As an example, I shown you four here. Maybe let's say suppose I am running a Geo business or Reliance Fresh business. I have let's say 10,000 or more than 10,000 stores are there. Also, there are stores from various locations, various states, various areas are there. Okay, so in that time, we have to collect all the informations from all other sources using the ETL process to our data warehouse. Once the data is there, collected from different sources, what I need to do? I need to merge the data or I need to create a model, okay, which is called my modeling area or which is calling my integration area or data modeling. I need to join one data with other so that I can get a meaningful output out of that, right? Then once the data is collected or the by ETL process, which is nothing but extract, transformation load, I need to merge the data using what? Using a modeling tool or using a data modeling tool. I need to build a relationship with this data, right? One data to other data. Then only a meaningful report can be generated. So did you understood the second step, data modeling? And the very third or very required point is I need to visualize the data. Okay, so visualization. So visualization is what once the data is modeled or data is relation created or relation built, I need to see in the form of reports, charts, graphs, and all this, right? So that particular area or that particular component is called my visualization layer. So where the different kind of reports and more than uh, 400 type of reports, charts, graphs, all are supported by Power BI. Okay, now the final step or the final component is a report publishing. Report publish. Okay, publish means it's a collaboratively represent the report to various dashboard or to mobile app or to tablet or to desktop or in the form of PDF or Excel file or any format, and periodically update that, or in the runtime updating that. It is called publishing. Okay, it may be online publish or it may be offline publish, that we are going to discuss in detail. So in a nutshell, Power BI is nothing but it is a combination of all four type of services. It helps us to do ETL, small kind of ETL thing, with data modeling, which is help to relate the data visualizations to create powerful charts, graphs, meaningful line graph, bar graph, map graph, anything, or grid graph, anything. Okay, and finally to publish the report. Okay, so this is nothing but all we are going to do with this Power BI. Okay, so far did everybody understand? Do you have any queries? Why we need a reporting tool? What is the benefit of using a reporting tool? And why we need a Power BI? First of all, is that clear with everybody? If you have any questions, you can raise to me. Yeah, I will take it as there is no questions. Yeah, great. Yeah, Hassan, do you have any question? Shall I proceed further?
Oh, it's clear till now.
Yeah, yep. I'm just giving a very brief idea. I don't know like who comes from which background. Like maybe there are some places are there. So I'm just giving an overview why we need to Power BI. Now the second step, why we, then their questions will come. There are many analytical tool or reporting tool present in the market. Why we'll go for Power BI only? There could be like like Tableau, there could be like ClickView, ClickSense. Okay, all these are competitors, Oracle, Microsoft Power BI. Even like there are some Coda reporting. There are many reports are there which are competitors to Power BI. Why we are going for Power BI now? There are basically major 5 or 6 reasons are there. So Power BI is a product of Microsoft, and everybody know like since our childhood, Microsoft we are using day-to-day basis. This is the not only reason for that, but Power BI has more than 100 different type of source to integrate with the report. What do you mean by different source? As I mentioned, so whether it's a cloud services, whether it's a on-premises services, whether it's a Oracle database, whether it's a MySQL database, whether it's a even social media platform, whether it is a semi-structured data, whether it is a unstructured data, whether it's a structured tabular data, the Power BI has connectivity or inbuilt connectivity to accommodate all the different 100 plus type of sources, and it can absorb the data. So currently, so it is compatible. Any type of data source you have, it is seamlessly connected. It can and generate a report out of that or build a data model and create a visualization out of that. This is the very first advantages. So there are some reporting tool which are not supporting all sort of data sources. It may be sometime like support only cloud database. Some technologies are only support on-premises database, whereas Power BI supports everything. And second reason is trend. The Power BI is so popular in these days, right? Within the competitors in last 5 years, this is most searched. How you can do? You can check in the Google Trend report. Okay, in Google Trend you can search like Microsoft Power BI is very popular and it is very demanding. Again, you will say, sir, why suddenly Power BI get demanded? Because Power BI is one of the very cheapest product which is provided by Microsoft. So they are providing almost as a $10 per user, okay, for use their services. Okay, it will also reduce if you will purchase the license in block. Uh, it will reduce the per user licensing capacity. So $10, isn't it a very small amount. So 800 rupees or 900 rupees, one user is getting a license. So compared to other technologies or whatever technologies we discussed previously, their licensing cost is much more than Microsoft Power BI. So that's why like company or organizations are more trained to get it Power BI. Third reason is the Power BI has almost 300 plus different type of visualization tool which we are discussing here. So whenever you are representing any report, the main idea or the main focus should be represent in a presentation manner. So that's why visualization is very essential. So in Microsoft Power BI, already 300 plus visualizations are there, which will not only help them to provide advanced report, but also some creative reports are there, which are going to discuss in subsequent classes. We are going to see it. Okay. Another main reason is the fourth, and the main reason is the for all the BI products or for all the technological product, there is a Gartner. Gartner is organizations which is there. So they provide the statistics, how the company is performing, how their value to the company, how their growth and the analytics is going on. So in the Gartner map or Gartner quadrant, the Power BI, Microsoft Power BI is placed as one of the best reporting technology. That's why, like let's say suppose you purchase your product with less amount and you beautifully express your ideas to the customer with lot of source connectivity and more visualized to there. So definitely it will be very popular, isn't it? So these all are the different advantages are there. So what happens suddenly whenever like there is a demand in the market, like company or organizations are looking for Microsoft Power BI. As a result, there is also look for or different developers or different positions openings are creating in organizations for Power BI developers. So it's very simple, like it's a directly proportionate. So companies are using Power BI. That's why company are definitely look for different kind of Power BI developer, analytical developer, right? And also like Power BI lead, Power BI architecture. So all these things are required. Now as a whole, what happened? So everybody is now looking for Power BI, Power BI, Power BI in organizations as well. Like Power BI is, as I mentioned, is not only used for the visualization, also it is used for analytical report as well. You can create generate report, self-services report can be created. So all these things we are going to discuss. Okay, let me quickly share you the presentation. Okay, so is my screen visible? The Power BI presentation.
Yeah, we can see it's clear.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying. Yeah, yeah. As I was saying, like Power BI is a data visualization and business tool that converts data from different data source and interactive dashboard and Power BI reports. So what it is doing, it is nothing but it's a visualization tool, also BI tool. Now you can say, sir, what is the difference between visualization tool and business intelligence tool? Okay, so see, the visualization tool is nothing but to represent the data or the represent the underlying data in a chart or bar format. Okay, as in our previous example, we are saying we have, let's say, a number of stores are there. If I'll put all these stores data in form of Excel or in the form of hard copy or detailed report, isn't it very difficult to generate a meaningful solution or meaningful output out of that? So it will take hundreds of hours to understand those spreadsheets. But the same information, if I put it in a better graph and chart, so that will be clearly explain the context. So that is the representation of the data in a visual format is called data visualization. So Power BI is helping on that. as well as it is a BI tool. What is business intelligence tool? Business intelligence tool are nothing but it's a tool where end user itself or themselves can slice and dice with the report. Let's say suppose I have a sales, same example. Let's say I have sales for all the different stores across the year. Okay. If I want to know the sales per year, I can do that. If I can go one level down and I can find it sales per quarter per the store, I can get it. If again I can go one level down, I can get it sales per store per month, quarter, then month. I can do that. It's a business intelligence. Again, I can go by week, I can go by even day, or even like the same report. I will create a hierarchy or I will create a date dimensions where my hierarchy I can build it. Even I can filter the data and find it out which day is having more sales. Let's say suppose it's a biryani shop. Yeah, we can see Sunday there are very demand in biryanis, whereas on weekdays there are less demand. Not only biryanis, like any other dishes, we can get create any output meaning of that or useful meaning of that. So it will help me to decide like which day I will bring how much of rice or how much of meat or how much of ingredients to cook how much of different kilo of biryani. If I am not selling biryani up to the market standard or market requirement, my it's a loss for me, right? Isn't it? There is a demand and I am not selling. On the other side, if I am preparing biryani so much and it is not going to sell, so it's a like loss for me again. It's a food wastage and it's a loss for me. So I can understand using all these things using data intelligence. I can understand like which day I will prepare which type of food. Okay. So all these sort of like analysis, slicing, dicing, all end user can do. So that is the BI tool helps. So PowerBi is nothing but it's a data visualizations as a data intelligence tool which converts data from different sources and interactive dashboard and BI reports. Okay. PowerBi suites provided multiple software connectors services like PowerBi desktop, PowerBi services on the on SaaS and mobile PowerBi applications on different platforms. Okay, so what we are seeing, PowerBi is nothing but it is as I mentioned, it has a lot of connectors are there. Any technology in the world, any ETL, any data warehouse as a source, we can face the data into PowerBi and we can generate out of that. Okay. These set of services are used by business users and consume a data build a report. Okay. Power BI desktop app is used to create report. Okay. This is nothing but the example which I was talking about. So Power BI as is a nothing but software as a service SaaS. Okay. What it is doing? Software as a service means it's a complete package where you can just install the software, the reporting requirement it will fulfill, ETL requirement it will fulfill, data modeling requirement it will fulfill, and also some sort of storage it will also provide. So up to some sort of storage in the cloud, it will take care of that. If you need further storage, definitely we have to integrate with the uh, storage like AWS or GCP or any platform like where you can on premises or off premise we can store the data. But as a Power BI itself is a software as a services. It has all the tools or all the capability to build or to run as a services. Okay. So as I was saying, uh, there are huge demand in Power BI. So after like maybe the this Power BI we will discuss for next 2 months. After completion of that, you are directly eligible for reporting software engineer. You are also eligible for data visualization engineer. You may apply for data analytical software engineer. You may apply for business intelligence engineer. So all sort of like requirement you are eligible because you will be master in Power BI. Almost 40 sessions or 35 to 40 sessions we will be conducting here. So rigorously, like people who are like in general conducting this are able to manage to get a better job within 2 months with almost 40 to 50% hike. I am not saying like everybody is getting, but any common person easily able to fetch and able to upgrade themselves, or able to uh, build themselves a confident person as a Power BI or reporting tool, where there will be qualify for reporting engineers, data visualization engineer, data analytical engineer, business intelligence engineer. Also, some people upgrade themselves as a architect, or Power BI lead, or Power BI any kind of COE, or any kind of intelligence engineer. They can upgrade themselves so that their packages or their company with 40 to 50% they will get more, because there is a huge demand in Power BI. Also, I'm saying like keeping finger crossed. I'm saying like each of the students, I must say, has to appear or required to appear the certification. It will create a great value not only to your career, but only it will take you ahead of in the competitions and make yourself as a one of the favorite candidate for the openings, so that you can go ahead and select it in the top companies, like product based companies, like mang companies or fang companies, or even if it's not there, you are also like demanding in the service based companies. Okay, is that clear? Shall I go ahead to the next slide?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
clear.
Okay, okay.
For that,
So
just Anurag, this side, just wanted to know one thing.
yeah,
Is the Power BI is the license one or it is freeware?
yeah, I am coming to that. Microsoft Power BI, when it
Okay.
is taking considering to the licensing part, it has two very basic thing, or two basic types. Okay, one is the Microsoft Power BI free license, where you can yourself download that and you can build whatever like you want in your desktop. While coming to publication, or while coming to publishing, it has Microsoft Power BI Pro and Premium. Now, what is the difference between that? We are going to discuss here in this slide. Okay, Power BI, you can, I'll provide you the link in this chat group. You can download that uh, particular Power BI from Microsoft site, and you can use it. But there will be limitation. The data set which you are going to create is will be up to only 1 GB. But in your company or organizations where you are working, they must have Power BI Pro and Premium, because Pro has the feature to share and collaborate with colleague and Power BI services. What do you mean by that? Let's say assume that in a real-time scenario, we are not only person working on a project. There are many developers are there, right? Developer team leads are there who are verifying like our work and checking the things, right? In addition to that, there are many usage metrics are there. Usage matrix means there are so many functions are there. There are so many like graphs, additional graphs are there also. Okay, and and there are also refresh time. There you can see it's mentioned a data refresh schedule import dataset limited to maximum 8 times per day. So what is that mean? That means 8 time real time, as I was mentioning. The data maybe in a company it is refreshed overnight. Some most of the company, like previously, like 5 years back or 10 years back, they used to refresh the data once in a day in the midnight. There is a job running, and the job used to fetch all the information from the source, and the data or data sets or the fact tables or whatever, like it is used for your reporting purpose, is get refreshed. But nowadays, like the business user are very enthused or very like excited to see the real-time data also. So Power BI Pro has a capabilities. It will provide up to 8 times. That means 3 hours, in between every 3 hours it can refresh himself, or it can refresh itself and generate a almost real-time report. Okay, so that is the advantage of Pro. And there is also a premium feature. Premium feature is nothing but it will support all the feature for free and Pro, as well as it has the data limit is much more higher. So here they can go for Power BI consumption reporting. They can on premises built on premises report, as well as they can also integrate APIs. Okay, what is APIs? Is nothing but they can directly query with the API, either REST API or GET API, and fetch the data to the Power BI and also generate a report out of that. It so like for demonstration purpose, it is nothing but it's a Power BI free license you can use. Is that answer your queries, Anurag?
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Yeah, it is clear.
Yeah. So yeah, I will show you the services which I am telling. So different sources are there. All the different sources are connected to Microsoft Desktop. Desktop are connected to Power BI services and Power BI report server. They are delivering the different sort of report. And if you see the comprehensive architecture, this is the Microsoft Power BI comprehensive architecture, which will go. Before that, I was saying about components of the Power BI. Uh, yeah, Power BI desktop, which we are going to download from the Power BI site. The number one, we can generate different reports. We can create many visualization, chart, graphs, bars, everything. Okay, then it's coming to Power BI services. Power BI services is nothing but it is used to publish the Power BI report and visions. It helps the share the report to the client. Okay, then the third component is the Power BI gateway. So what is Power BI gateway? Is called, it is also called on-premises report server, where you can Power BI gateway, you can keep the data refreshed and connected to your on-premises database. And the last component is the Power BI mobile apps. Power BI mobile apps is nothing but to publish the report irrespective of any OS. Maybe you have Windows, maybe your iOS, maybe it's a Mac, or maybe it's an Android platform, or maybe any platform. Okay, Windows mobile platform also. So Power BI mobile services is used to share the publish the report or display the report as for required platform. And this is the comprehensive architecture for the Microsoft Power BI. As I was saying, if it is a big data stream, if it is a unstructured data, it's an image file, video file, any data, like all these things, we can consider as a source to Power BI. We can have a semi-structured data, maybe CSV data, JSON data, XML data, anything, text file, Excel file, anything. Maybe it's a relational database like structured table format database, or maybe it's Azure services. Everything we can create and build Power BI, and we can inject into our Power BI DL itself. Once we have the data, we can process this data. It supports Lambda functions. It supports any all the kind of data lake or the data lake storage. We can build it. We can create also fact tables, dimension tables. We can generate the data, anything, like you can also any structured data. We can do the data modeling. We can join with each other data, because to generate a report, meaningful report, we need to join. We have to join connectivity. We have single way connectivity. All these things in subsequent class we are going to discuss. After that, we have Power BI reporting section, where so many visualizations and so many charts, graphs, everything is there, which is generated using the 300 plus functions, supporting functions, the pre-built functions. No need to write any functions. There are so many pre-built functions are there, where we can create a meaningful report out of that, and we can publish into either analytical report or applications or different data sets. Okay, so this is the comprehensive, architecture of RBI. Let me quickly share my screen about RBI. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. So I'm trying to open PowerBI, which is installed in my machine. So as I mentioned, like you can download for free this PowerBI desktop. This PowerBi desktop like around 400 MB plus size, but yeah, once you download that one, you have here different sources to connect. We can get the data, like we are going to detail in this detail, we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, just I am giving an overview how the tools look like. We have the data to get it from all the different sources like Excel, PowerBi dataset, data flows, SQL Server, text, web, everything is there. Okay, and we can get the data once there. We have the data, visualizations here. You can get it here. Once we get it, we can build charts here. You can see there are maps also there. Okay, so the different maps are there and different tables are there. We can integrate with the R script, Python script, like all these things. One some sample, like we can see. We can also create here model view. You can see if the data we have some sample data, we can build a relational model, like we are joining fact and dimension using the foreign key and primary keys. So that thing we have to build and create it. And we can also do sort of ETL here. As I was mentioning, data may be coming from different sources with some different formats, so we have to bring it into one common format. So sort of ETL transformations is required in the Power BI. Okay, any questions so far? Like I'm not going detailed today, but yeah, subsequent class we will be seeing or interacting this tool for the next 2 months. Do you have any questions for me now, or I'll go to syllabus which we are going to cover? Okay, I'll take it as you do not have any question, but yeah, if you have any question, you can come to me in subsequent classes. Okay, maybe you have received this curriculum or the syllabus which we are going to cover in this course. We are conducting around 35 to 40 classes for this Power BI. We are going to see all the data visualizations reporting about Power BI. Basically, the introduction session is just to show the overview, where we are going to discuss about the history and about the Power BI, Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View, how what is that and all in detail. Okay. The next chapter is the Power Query, which is basically used for data transformations and like how data I am getting it, how data pane, data view are created, how you can use the filter, how to use the multiple columns, how to create pivot, how to data on pivot. All these things we are going to discuss. Each of the section may or each of the chapter may take 3 4 or maybe more than that. Okay, session to cover up. So then we'll go for how we can write it the conditional statement. Okay, how we can split, replace, group by, pivot, how these are working here. Then data modeling thing, how we can build a relationship one to one, one to many, many to many, and how we are tackling or relating one dataset with another dataset. Maybe one data is our relational database, another is Excel, another is from RDBMS. How we are relating that, we are going to discuss. One of the important chapter here, chapter 5, is the DAX. You are creating so different, functions, dash functions, how you are creating and calculating, and how you are optimizing that thing. We are going to discuss in the DAX and functions. Okay, we have some pre-built functions which you get familiar, or which we should familiar, so that it will easy our work. We are going to discuss in chapter 6. There are many like functions here, as well as so many things are there which is not covered, but yeah, this is we are going to cover, and many of them are date and time function, few are the test function, logical functions, mathematical functions. So all these things is required whenever you are, you know do any sort of calculations or reporting at your end. Okay, then we'll go for report user interface. We'll be creating different sort of visualizations. Okay, so ribbon, view, space, or tab, all these things we are going to discuss. We are going to see the grouping and binding information, like how we can group the columns, ungroup the columns, Okay, sorting, all these things we are going to see chapter 8. Then here is the visualizations. So different data visualizations, all this chart graph, all these things will cover up. The chapter 10 is about the services, how you are going to log in and signing into and publishing different dashboard and Power BI services that we are going to discuss. And not last but not least, the creating dashboard, how creating dashboard, how interactively it will work, that we are going to discuss. Also we are going to discuss about one project, semi project, how like we will consume data end to end, we are providing with reporting and we are getting a meaningful business out of that, we are going to discuss. So these are things like is focused for this session. You have any questions around here?
Clear till now.
Yeah. Thanks, Asin. Thanks for confirming. So guys, like maybe like you may be thinking like how it will helpful. As I mentioned today, like the PowerBI is one of the simplest technology to upgrade yourself and to learn yourself. It is take as much as very less time. Almost in 2 months you will be expert. And if you are going for certification, which I am recommending, it is take you to ahead of the competition. Believe me, 2 months will pass simply like this. And if you join here, you will upgrade yourself 30 to 40% or 40 to 50% more packages. So it will create one more what feather in your wing, you can say. So it will create one of power to you, so you will be expert in the Power BI. Whether you are doing any sort of work or anything, spare at least 30 to 40 minutes every day, practice it, and also attend the class for 45 to 1 hour. In 2 months, like you will be expert in one of the technology. So keep learning that, and if you have any queries, you can post it. Otherwise, we will wind up for today's session.
So, Pradhan, what was the cost for that fee for this
Yeah,
session?
Chandana will connect with you regarding cost and all. Okay, I'm just a trainer, but I am not dealing with the
Okay.
cost part. Okay. Uh, so yeah, you can connect with her, or I will ask Anurag with connect to you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Pradhan.
Thank
And
you.
what about the timing? Like when you are going to conduct this training on daily
Yeah.
basis or
So
weekly basis?
um, I am also one of the my batch is currently going on, which is already there in daily basis. So let's see who are joining. So I'm fine with an every day in the morning session, basically from 6 to 10 o'clock. I am fine. 10:30 I am fine. Otherwise, weekend classes, I am fine with that. But yeah, so once we see the next session, maybe we can decide all these things. Okay.
Mm, thank you.
Yeah. I am preferable from 6 to 10:30 I am prefer. Otherwise, we can anytime we can. Okay, guys. Happy weekend. Enjoy your day.